at last Euro car part. Euro car parts there. Right, bank holiday Monday. So what this video is about oil change, and in particular on the Ford Focus 1.5 TDCi. Euro car parts there has delivered a proper filter that fits the Ford Focus 1.5 TDCi, and good prices with the discount. There's only something like £6.59 and then £6.04 for the Honda. So I'm doing both cars today. Total of £12.63. So really can't beat that. They're about the same price. So Crossland filters are really superb. Once they get the right kind of size in there. But anyway, Euro car parts. Let's get on with the oil change. Right, how do I know that the oil needs changing? At least on the Ford. So we'll start her up. There it goes. Tells you oil change required. So post about 2010, the cars will tell you that. Before I forget, to reset on the Ford, or to reset the oil change warning light, don't have the engine on, but have the electrics on, but press the brake and the accelerator at the same time. Hold it for a while and then it should turn that off. On Honda there's no such thing. So right, let's get on with it. Find it best to put the car on the ramp. It's kind of the safest. For normal profile cars now you need a ramp extender like that, otherwise you'll be hitting the bottom of it. Make sure both wheels are on properly, make sure it's seated in there. Safety first. Have your safety warning triangle. Next job on the Ford, easy access undercarriage tray, very easy, about 6 screws and 2 plugs, very small under tray, easy enough. 2 tools for the under tray, trim remover and T30 Torx. 1, 2, 3. Notice I put a bigger washer there. There's fabric that's come through. So it's 4, 5, 6. Plastic plug. Same on the other side, plastic plug. Something to contain everything with. Right, let's just take them off. We'll start with the rear right. There you have them in hand tight. So the fabric starts to widen, you see that? So that's why I put a bigger washer in, just to hold it. Or should I say at the front, that's where I've got the washers. Trim tool now for the plastic plug. I think these are 10mm ones. Dear me. Don't do this with screwdrivers, you definitely will break them. No, they're not 10mm. 8mm. Last one. Still holding there without collapsing on my face. Now the Honda is much more complicated than this. So that is it really, under tray out. Comes off, reveals my lovely engine from underneath. Nice, no rust, good, good. There's that fella, can't remember, I think it's 22 but I can't remember. And I always use the same, unless I've got a spare one, the same copper washer, right? I think you reused that about 5 times now, look, no leaks. Check for leaks. No leaks at all, so you don't have to keep changing them. Check your air conditioning pump. Slight leakage of air conditioning fluid, which is normal. It's been in there a full year. That's dislodged. That's okay. It doesn't matter that much. Everything looks fine. There's the car's computer. So it doesn't do well going through deep water, this car. Right, everything looks good. Not very rusty at all. On the crossbar. Right, let's get to it. I have a set of spanners. I think this is a 10 litre drum. I can't remember. So I'm going to take 6 from the Honda and about 4 from the Ford. So that's going to be filled to the top. Have something to catch it with, nice and wide. I think these usually come with things like that. I don't really use things like that. You know, you may drop it straight in there, plug it, but you know, don't know, don't trust them. Right, let's push it underneath. Of course, have your oil ready. Tesco's again. 5W30 A5B5 for the Ford, fully synthetic, 4 litres. Even says Ford there, so it's kind of idiot proof really. So and it even tells you that. Which oil, text oil, and your registration to 68899. So if you want to do that, put your registration in to that number, 25p nominal charge, plus your standard network charge. If you want to do that, you can check it. This should be enough for my car. Let's find the, I think it's 22. Let's see one. Not 22, 21. My trusty spanner. So I'm not sure I can do this with one hand. Let me put my finger on it. Rounding off is not a good idea. Right, let me get a 21 socket. 21 socket, use both hands, balancing the camera on there. Bit of cardboard. There we go, much easier, see? Always the right tool for the job. Try and use 2 hands if you can. Look how difficult it was with just the spanner, how easy it was. Now this fella is going to come out forward, then it's going to go backwards, so prepare for that. Don't forget to retain the little washer. Okay. Gloves off, that's going to get messy. I just want to say, I normally change the oil filter every 2 oil changes. Now I know in the past I would have never done that with the old cars pre-2000 because they weren't built so well. But with these modern cars, they're much better. I should get the spanner out. They're much better. Saying that, I'm not sure why it's quite difficult to undo. Just a little bit crossed. Tiny bit. It came off really like normal afterwards, after it went halfway. And that's already done. I'm just going to put that back on right now, and if it is slightly crossed, I'm going to clean the threads out on this thing here. It's an M10 1.25. The M12 it's not, because the M12 just fits straight over it, so it can't be the M12. See if it goes in any easier. No. Hand tight. Okay. So it's a lot easier to put in. See where I'm holding it? Not too far back. I don't want to put too much pressure on it. The spanner's very long. That would do. That would do. Just another little nick. There we go. I can't remember what the torque is on this. Probably more like 30-40 Newton meter kind of range. Dry it right up so we know if it leaks. You better tell. I'll spray some brake cleaner if I've got any on there, just clean it. Notice that I put the sump oil bolt on before I put the engine on in, because that'll be a disaster for you. The new oil you just poured in comes sinking out the bottom. The oil is kind of biodegradable anyway, so it doesn't matter if you drip too much of this. Places like lawns. And the reason why I use 2 oil changes before 1 filter change is because modern car engines are much more closely manufactured, tight tolerances, and the outcome is you get very little engine wear in your oil. And you will know. How do you know? Because if you drain the oil properly like I'm doing now, and you take it from the bottom, not from the top, you should be able to see engine wear, signs of engine wear in your oil, in terms of little bits of shape, little bits of metal. Pre-2000, 1990 cars, 1980 cars, etc. When I used to change the oil, by the time I get to this bit right now, I'll look in the bottom of the pan and I'll see little bits of oil, little bits of metal, and you can feel it. You can just put your hand in there. Nothing. No little bits of metal. So that's why you do 2 oil changes for 1 oil filter change. I just wanted to show you that. Okay. I tend to put things like this lid, Castro recommended, by the way. That's the oil recommends. On places like there, between the glass and the body of the car, because if you put it there, if you forget it, put it on, you've just lost a cap. You haven't flown something through your engine or something like that. Things like screwdrivers, of course, would be even worse. So leave them there for handiness. So 4 litres for the Ford Focus. That oil warning light has been on for about 50 miles, no, 60 miles, 70. And I've just acted on it. Anyway, this is it really. We just reset the warning light. That should be it. Put the under tray back on. Left the under tray off just in case there's any leaks. Right. Nearly forgot oil filter. Ideally the oil filter should come out before you pour the new oil in, especially if your oil filter is way down low, because it'll pour out. We'll better change it this time now. But these filters on the cars like this, it doesn't really matter that much because they're above. But still, might still have a problem. We'll find out. 1, 2. These flexi kind of screwdrivers with that 7mm ends are priceless. You tend to lose them. That's why I think why I taped it up. a lot of people say you don't need the air filter off, just gives you better access. Take that off. That's the airflow sensor. I know one of these screws are not on very well. Maybe that one there. Oh, I remember now because the air filter is really tight. It just about fits. These are kind of idiot proof. If you unscrew them too much, they'll fall out. Like that one there. You should have got all four. Good, don't do that in case it falls in the engine. There's a vacuum hose. A small pair of pliers. Ideally put some tape around these pliers. You don't want to damage the rubber. Give it a little wiggle. Not too much pressure on. Use the needle point just to put it in the gap and push rather than squeeze. Give it a little wiggle. Do it by hand now. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Leave that. I wonder if I can leave it in there. Pull this out. The bung it sits on. There we go. Proper twist out. When I put this back on, remind me to put some WD-40 in it. That's not good. Having it on that tight does nobody any good. There we go. That's what it looks like this side. Should just pop off now. Remember the little notchy bit is this side. There it is, there's a filter. I think I bought a tool for that, I can't remember now. .27mm. So an unusual one. Might better do it. Will I ever do it? I need an extender. It's okay, just about fits. If I put an extender on it, I'll be able to take it off a lot quicker. Extension, I should say. This is a wobble bar. That's why I took the air filter out. I mean, you can mess around with a 27mm spanner trying to get around all this on plastic. I wouldn't recommend it though. I remember taking the oil filter out of the housing is quite difficult. So it's just brute force, by the way. Need to catch it again. Spill oil everywhere. That's just what was in the filter. Can't be helped, I'll clean it out. There it is. Next bit is brute force. This does not ever want to come out easy. So that thing there fits in the little crevice. There should be an O-ring there. Looks like I forgot last time. So I'm going to have to put that back. Luckily the filter comes with an O-ring. That made much difference, as you can see. This is really quite difficult to take out. It is brute force. Does not want to come out ever. I can't remember how I took it out last time. Right. Just flies out after a while. Like that. Terrible. Right, that's that. Goes in a lot easier. There we go. Oh, that's quite tight, isn't it? I would hate to take that off. I'm sure you can rotate it a little bit. Let's get the O-ring back on. If I finish off on this job, it's a real tough job trying to slide that in and turn it, because it keeps coming out of the nipple, right? So put the filter in first. Now put the lid on. That's the order you should do it. No doubt about that. Okay. Let's move on to the Honda after this. Thanks for watching so far. Right, underneath the Honda now. 17. Yeah, 17 one of these sort of spanners. Ring spanners, but angled. Can't remember why, but socket will not do, it won't fit. Need one of these. Again, keep your washer, that's what I always do. Again, I've got them on racks. Pretty much repeat same procedure. I'll let you know if there's any real difference. So I poured 4 away into the 4-litre canister container, and there's this much to go, so it's more like 6. It's more like 6 litres. So when you buy 4 litres, what's going to go in there? The 4 litres, same as the other one that I put in the Ford. However, I've got bulk, this Petronas Synthian 5000 CP 5W30 again. This car, the Honda Civic 2.2, really should take a 0W30, but you can't seem to get your hand on them anymore. No one ever sells them, or they're really, really expensive. So anyway, when you buy this bulk 20 litre one, I think I bought this for about 64, I think it was, I can't remember. Have a look at one of my other videos, it wasn't very expensive. Anyway, so 4 of this, maybe 2 of that, and I have to be careful now how much I put in, because I don't want to go over. Right, need an adapter. 74 /75 _ 14. You see that? Don't exactly know what it is, but see how many. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, the 14 means the number of these flat bits. 74 to 76. I'm not sure what the 76 is. Diameter or something. I haven't put the oil in yet this time. You don't need that. Otherwise you might use one of them old-fashioned strap ones. If you've got the tool, use it. Don't do what I did last time. Make sure I got something covering underneath this time. And you can make mistakes, but learn from it. Do it by hand. reservoir of oil in there. So anyway, there's quite a lot of oil that was in there. So it's got a stick. It's going to be a job taking off. Comes with a whole load of old rings. As I change a whole lot for £6 something. You can't beat it really. Right. O-ring, O-ring. That one's a bit knackered. O-ring. 3 O-rings. There's no pretty way around this one, I don't think. I won't remember. Oh, easy. Twist and pull. The doggy poop bag ready. What's that? Change the O-rings. This is where I'm going to take them off, but forget and put them back on, which is why I'm not going to take them off. Look okay. Not taking them off, just putting a new one on. In a particular way. That's it. Now a big factor why I do my own, why you should do your own, is you know you've done it properly, you know you've changed the filter, you know you put the right oil in, you know you then buy the cheapest bulk oil you can get. You know, it could be even worse, it could be at the wrong thickness, viscosity, it could be at the wrong one, and it could damage your car. You do it like this, you know, 100%. But you need the tools like this tool here. No, it's refusing to come up. You need 100%. Yeah, you've done it right. That's what we're looking for. Pour the oil in, don't forget. Now this time I'm going to have to feather it to make sure I put the right amount of oil in. So not too much, not too little. Of course the 4 litre can go straight in. Tesco fully synthetic. 5W30. Can't really go wrong. Tight little slit, vertical slit. Sit in there a bit better, a bit wide. Pulls in better when it's a vertical slit. Make sure that sump nut is back on, the bolt I mean. Four can go straight in. You'll see this oil is quite different looking now. The other one was kind of golden yellow colour, and this one is more like kind of, I don't know, oh, there's a leaf that's falling there. This one is more like, it's a bit more white. It's still kind of yellow, but a bit more white. Like it's got chalk in it. So I'm going to pour out about the equivalent of what I poured out of the other one. And what was left of the, what I thought was 2. It goes in there, feather it now. So this will be not enough, of course. It's much easier to see on this plain flat metal. There is at the bottom. Not doing too bad. Want it to the maximum because you will burn oil, even on these sort of cars. Very little oil. These old cars, believe it or not, they don't burn oil very much. The new ones do. Right, it's different colour, see it? All kind of white rather than golden yellow. Right. Try not to put too much in. See it? Nearly reached the minimum mark. So that can completely go in. Because, no, I did take off the under tray on this car. Watch one of my videos how to take off the under tray. On the Civic 2.2. It's quite a challenge. Dip it all, push it all the way in. Pick it out. That's more like it. See that? It's near the max. The max hole. That'll do. That'll do. It's not on it, but it's near it. Too much will blow your engine, too little will grind your engine to a halt. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe like less than a third of a litre, I think I added extra. There it is, right in the money. Top hole is the max, bottom hole is the minimum. There it is. That's it really. If you're still watching me, then thank you for watching me this video. Hang in there. Hit that like, subscribe button. Thanks for watching. If you're new to my channel, I've got loads of videos on these two cars, loads of videos on Ford Mondeos as well, or in the i20s. Thanks for watching.